Hello, Detroit. Da-na-na-na. You won my heart. Da-na-na-na. Your special skies and waterfronts. Irresistible you. Again, kissable you. You're alive with so much feeling, and I will always be there for you. I will say a little prayer for you, and I will always care for you. Hello, Detroit. Do. You don't know nothing about that. That's how Detroit I am. You feel me? Man, being a fair guy is a very busy job. Now, you work on your YouTube channel, and I don't know exactly how many people watch me. I thought Hassan Campbell was lying, but YouTube be lying to you. So in my course of today, I had to be approached so many times by so many different people. Al Nuke is a respected dude in the city. We got to give Al Nuke his respect. We're going to bring him up on the screen. Bam. That's motherfucking Al Nuke, aka Al Nuclear. Nobody's more happy about Al Nuclear than Messy Jesse. Boy, because if I was Messy Jesse, I'd be over there like, nigga, Al Nuclear has dropped a nuclear bomb reactor, so on and so forth. And I don't know if you ever seen any movie for radiation, but when you spill that shit on something, it typically makes a bigger problem. Now, what Al Nuclear doesn't know is he's created one of the biggest monsters, for sure the biggest monster out of Detroit has ever seen on the internet. But then Detroit just not getting its own block in these YouTube streets. That's another thing. I've been trying to explain to these OGs about the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? And this is why Messy Jesse, he still got the YouTube life he wanted. All he has to do is download Vlogstars. It's an app called Vlogstars, Jesse. Download that and do reaction videos. You can record the video, screen record it, crop out the ads and shit real quick, right? Load it in the Vlogstars. Do a reaction, which is going to be your picture in the bottom saying what you're saying, because you're a very entertaining guy. And we all, as Detroiters, are going to subscribe to your channel. All you got to do is not talk no street shit that you was involved in for the first couple of years, unless you got a street nigga chaperone. That's all you got to do, Jesse. And Juan-o going to help you get monetized. I promise. So look, I know it seemed disrespectful that I gave you a nickname, but I wasn't being disrespectful. I was thinking ahead, baby. Niggas can't wait to see who the fuck Messy Jesse is. You got to start your YouTube page ASAP, bro. I'm gonna make a whole nother video where I give you a little insight. You already got it. If you watching YouTube on your phone and you signed into Google, you already got a YouTube page, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. We got some bad habits to cut, but don't worry about that shit, dog. Anyway, Messy Jesse, the more we call you Messy Jesse and say your name, the more it is in the algorithm, the more it's going to be tagged, the more people like, who the fuck is Messy Jesse? And then you're going to pop up. And if you got that YouTube page with your content, bam, you can react to all Juan-o videos. I ain't going to tag you, flag you, bag you, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to this topic right here. It's amazing that I could talk about Detroit shit on my YouTube page and people actually watch it. So we're going to talk about some Detroit shit, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's a lot of $1 million murdering ass niggas involved in a lot of these stories. In your town, it might be 2 or 3 motherfuckers that kill people that got some money. Here, it's a whole lot of them. And you don't even be knowing the motherfucker got money. He riding around in a Ford Explorer or a motherfucking F-150. You don't know. You don't know. Fucking millionaire. with a temper. A couple bodies already. Anyway, back to Al Nuclear. Al Nuke reached out to me. We chatted. He actually a decent brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate on Al Nuke or none of that. Now, we did discuss what I agreed with and what I didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? And before we even get off into that, let's give you some background. Now we're gonna go to Al Nuclear's YouTube page and we're gonna hit play.
It's almost about over. They gotta beat this man to a pulp. But this goes to show anybody, if you are not from Detroit, don't speak on Detroit business because we don't like it. Okay? We are a different type of brand. We only like tours. Okay? We halfway don't even like our motherfucking self. You see what I'm saying? But we unite when it's for a fight for Detroit. So again, I just want to, we're going to go back to regular scheduled programming. This should teach any and everybody, new podcasters, you don't try the academics, the Charleston White, the WAC 100s. Don't try that in Detroit. We are not them. We're Detroit. And you got to hold this shit with a different type of brand. You got to hold this shit with blood or murder. Hey, y'all, so
that's the part I agree with. That's the part I agree with. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I agree with. Now, as far as people speaking on Detroit and stuff like that, I get it. But then again, I don't. One, I know you're going to be like Juan-o being biased because he did the Eric Holder story. And you're right. I did do the Eric Holder story, and I am being a little bit biased. The whole thing is everything any one of us do, if on the internet or publicly, it makes it to the internet. And then we make it something that everybody has the right to speak on. And this is what I was trying to explain to the OG Al Nuke, that he didn't, man, when I said YouTube streets to that nigga, he like, what? Juan-o. It'd be funny. This is how I got the name Juan-o too. You know what I'm saying? But one of these old niggas say older, make no mistake about it. This nigga can still shoot a fade and run a mile. Make no mistake about Al Nuke. He can still run a fade and shoot a mile. Now, I don't know how good he is at shooting a fade, but under a different name, he got some respect where he's from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say his different name on this channel. Now, he would want me to say it, but I'm not, because Al Nuke did some wild shit over his time. And I know it would be cool for the young Detroit YouTuber to be like, yeah, the nigga, but Juan-o don't exactly do it like that. I'm just going to tell you that he ain't no hoe. You know what I'm saying? He may not be the toughest or the roughest, but he ain't just a rollover. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just a rollover. And then I will share this with you. He has had one situation where he felt as though doing the right thing morally was doing the wrong thing physically and visually. But he made the moral choice without stopping the flow and let things go as they go. And he holds that near and dear to the point where he feels as though he can't let shit slide. And he's exercising full art of war tactics, which I understand. And what I told him was, because Juan-o is a nerd. I'm a philosophical nerd. I'm a programming nerd. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not necessarily a technology nerd. But I am a philosophical nerd. I am a literature nerd. I am a vocabulary, enthusiast, so on and so forth. I am a slight connoisseur of mathematics, which is different than a mathematician. You know what I'm saying? A mathematician can solve any problem. I may seek out problems to solve test myself or something like that, or just to see if I can figure it out. You understand? Or be challenged by it. But back down to it, what I was trying to explain to Al Nuclear is the only person that we have seen on the internet exercise that what did I call it? I didn't call it evil now. I called it dangerous knowledge. It's 50 Cent. Now, the reason why 50 Cent is able to get away with all of these things that he gets away with, because he can file bankruptcy and still be looked at as rich. Anybody else got to take a L, any other black person. He can be the toughest nigga and still have security. Any other nigga got to take a L, especially a black person. So, like, he can do a lot of things that's contradictory, but how 50 is able to get away with this is contradictory has been his brand since he started. And you say, what do you mean? He came in dissing Ja about singing, and his whole first album had about 9 to 10 singing songs on that motherfucker, didn't he? He was looking like Ja Rule with a little more weight on him and more baby oil. Hey, that's probably who Diddy had the baby oil for. No, let me quit. I heard 50 was using like some Vaseline mix back then. It wasn't just straight baby oil. But hey, who knows? That was, I just made that one up on the spot. But yeah, man, that's that. So I get where Al Nuclear coming from. And look, I gotta get an OG some credit. He did not trip out on me making him a nickname. And he know he couldn't trip on Al Nuclear because the nigga did set off a motherfucking atom bomb around this bitch, man. Atom bomb. And he put Juan-o in a very funny situation. Dogface people reached out to me like, so this is what Detroit niggas do? Because, man, I should add that video. And I'm like, I went real 6 mile real fast, which is dangerous. We can't be going, niggas can't be going east side on each other, Joy Road and 6. We can't be, that's how we was in trouble back in the Gap. We ain't trying to do that. So my therapist on maternity leave, but I'm trying. So I caught myself, reeled myself back in real quick. You smell me? And I'm like, nigga, nah, that ain't what Detroit niggas doing. You know, we can't certify that, which is what I told Al Nuke. But Al Nuke didn't understand that just because you won your battle don't mean you didn't just start a war for Juan-o, because you did. I was the only Detroit YouTuber to give Al Nuke a fair shot and some defense. I don't know if I'm the only one that talked to him, but I was the only one to give him. And then I told him when I was talking to him, but I didn't tell him that it was going to affect all of us. Now, had I told him that might have went a little different. Now, see, this is the thing about Detroit. First of all, let's just get this straight. The Detroit OGs don't respect shit. They don't respect shit. They kids would probably have to be involved in some shit for them to understand it or care about trying to understand it or appreciate it. They don't respect shit. Man, I wish you could have heard that nigga when I said the YouTube streets. We wasn't FaceTime and we was, because I was talking to him on an iPhone. I could see that nigga facial expressions in his voice. Shit. And then I tried to explain to him like the difference in between them. So I'm just gonna give you a short version. I hope some of the OGs is watching this so they can understand it, because I'm already who I am on the YouTube side of the game. And I gotta hold it down with fairness. And I need everybody to be in one accord on this. So this is the YouTube streets. It don't matter. And this is why I said Jesse James, Street Lord Jesse James, still got a place where he can eat on the internet without disrespecting nobody. Cool, everybody? Because or maybe you don't know. If I ever had to step on somebody or if I ever had to step on somebody's toes or correct somebody, I never want to do it without redemption. So sometimes I take a back. I see you wrong, I see you wrong, but if I can't replace what you living off of while you being wrong with something that's gonna help you live better while I tell you what you need to do right, then I'm not gonna say shit. I might be like, man, I might give you that up until I can offer you another meal. Now, if I could, once I figure out how to offer you another meal, I'm gonna give that bitch to you. I'm gonna give you the recipe, the ingredients, the whole Nina, and then it's up to you to do what you does. So back to the story. Dogface people call me, nigga, you gonna defend this shit too? Cause not that I be defending snitches, I don't represent snitches or nothing like that. But I have represented a few Detroiters in these YouTube street battles. They might have been misunderstood, misinterpreted, misguided, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm holding it down for where the fuck I'm at. Now, hold on. Side note, I know all y'all inboxing me about this motherfucker that's supposed to have been a kingpin with the cartel and this and that and the other. Look, I don't personally know him. I haven't personally heard of him. I'm going to look into it, and then I will answer you guys back with what I can verify. You understand? But I will tell you this. This is motherfucking Detroit City. Long as you own and you a celebrity to you and your crew, then that's what the fuck it is. And what we Detroiters would like you to know is it's a motherfucking blue-collar millionaire. It's at least one blue-collar millionaire on every block and at least one dirty millionaire on every block. Period. It's like that all around this bitch. So we not fascinated by somebody that can buy a car, see a kilo, know a Cuban. We ain't fascinated by that shit. That's why when motherfuckers that's really, really rich, they come here and they be like, oh, I'm supposed to pop. It's like, bitch, we buy bottles too. Matter of fact, we don't even want you in the club. You, your cameras, everybody, get the fuck out. This is our own party. We are our own stage. It's really like that. Even with the white folk. Even with the foreigners. It's a Michigan mind state. You know what I'm saying? That's why we ain't really having no problems with our migrants. But we did find one motherfucker. He must have came up here from Ohio without understanding how we work in Michigan. We're going to get to his ass in a whole nother video. I said I was going to be cool with the migrant shit because I'm going to fuck some migrant bitches. You know, the 40 ball is back in play. We going to all have a nice day. But nigga, coming to Detroit, causing trouble like that, no way, no how. I ain't about to do no finger snaps like a bitch. All right, look. So anyway, back to the nigga Al Noop. Al Noop called on whoever he called on and got this nigga Dogface TV channel took down. Now, all y'all know Dogface, he giving out fuck nigga files. He the only nigga to beat Whack 100 in the argument on the internet. He added with QCP, added with Rollo, you know what I'm saying, a couple other motherfuckers. Now, the timing of this was pretty bold because Dogface and gave fuck nigga files to Detroiters before early in his career. He ain't gave a fuck nigga file to a Detroiter in almost 2 years. But he did the other day, which Juan-o jumped in. It was just a little, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was in their body. It wasn't no deserving fuck nigga file. Didn't nobody do no fuck shit. Niggas did some shit that was socially immoral, possibly, but based on society, you can't even call it immoral. So I defended it. Nigga got dropped the charges. Nigga got to quit calling my client names, etc. My client didn't even call me, tell me thank you. I'm supposed to get a chain. Hope I get it soon. Don't even worry about it. Juan-o ain't tripping. But I cleaned that up nice and quietly. Now, side note to the Detroit streets, the Detroit YouTube streets, and the Detroit real streets. Look, when one of us YouTubers come on here and we say your name, whether it's bad or good, it's good. Especially if they say it bad. Then it's real good. All of us got shit going on that we selling. Some of us selling socks. You know, some of us selling movies. Some of us got music. Some of us got whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got a baby mama that's sitting on $50,000, $60,000 of our money invested in fucking a boutique or a tax business or whatever the fuck. Like I told you, the lady that helped me out, she's a baby mama with a business. I'm sure her baby daddy somewhere like, shit, I'm glad you did that nigga Juan-o taxes. Is he gonna promote your business? You fucking right, I'm gonna promote her goddamn business. As soon as I see exactly how much I owe, that way when I tell y'all how good she did for me, it's good. Now she ain't had to save my house like like this situation that we talking about. And it ain't the same, I didn't go through Dogface to get help with taxes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know them niggas did taxes. But then I still ain't actually met Dogface. I talked to him a little bit. I talked to Al Nuke more, believe it or not. Which I gotta give respect to Al Nuke because the nigga gave me about 2.5 hours of his time. I thought he was calling me to put me in the headlock. He like, nigga, I'm about to pull over. Is this you? Because I sent you my number right away. I don't play around. I'm 100 with it. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Al Nuclear. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Al Nuclear. We ain't gonna, you know, let's check this out. This dog.
But Al Nuke was one of them old niggas that I was talking about who was gatekeeping in the negative sense of the word and shooting Detroit's whole get down. He was one of the motherfuckers who was saying, especially after he went to Atlanta, that Detroit would never make it, bro. He didn't move from Detroit to Atlanta because he was successful. He moved from Detroit to Atlanta because there was nothing else he could do up here. He didn't have no motion when he left, bro. He had to go down to Atlanta and start to suck and eat cock because Detroit had rejected him. He wasn't getting nowhere. That little bullshit with Nuke at Night, that shit was over with.
All right. This one point I got to defend a little bit because I talked to Al Nuke about this. And what it was, he pulled this nigga, like I said, dangerous knowledge. Dangerous knowledge. Jay-Z had Excuse Me Miss Out. Al Nuke did a remix to it, but it was him. I couldn't find the song right just for me to do this video, but Al Nuke had the song on the goddamn radio. And some of y'all may not know, but Jay-Z was pretty much, I can't say if he was living here or he just had an apartment here. You know what I'm saying? Around this time, 2003 to 2005, I don't want to be wrong on the years, but he was here infrequently. And you would see, you know, Detroit are real fun. Like I told you, everybody here is a star. So he was able to move around here either with security hidden or without security. Facts. Now, and that's why the city don't fuck with him too much on the rapper shit. Because maybe people felt misled. Maybe they felt used. Maybe they felt like he was being a wannabe. Maybe they felt like a bunch of things. But again, dangerous knowledge, cross-marketing before his time. He tell me that's what he was attempting. And that's how it kind of played out. Especially when you're talking about you rip one of the hottest songs on the radio while it's on the radio. And you put your rip on the radio and you getting a couple hundred spins a day. Was it a day? Don't quote me on the spins, but he knew the exact number of spins that he was averaging when he did it. You know what I'm saying?
It was over with. That's why he left. Listen to his interviews about how he moved about this bitch in the U-Haul with, he say, I think, with no money whatsoever. Just enough money to barely basically live in the U-Haul, get a Motel 6 or a Super 8 hotel room, and try to make his way in Atlanta. That's what he did. So Al Nuke has been saying all kinds of good shit, right? First thing he said to y'all, let's clear this up from the very beginning. Al Nuke said, I shut Dogface down, right? He's not responding to me. But what he ain't telling y'all is that he blocked me from his Instagram page and then started to make comments about me. You know how you know that's true? Because when you go and look at it, you don't see where he's added my name. He hashtagging my name, right? he know if he add it, it's gonna show up as no. When you add a motherfucker who has blocked you, it show up, right? It show up. So, but it's not gonna show up to me. It shows up to him. So he made a post about me on his page.
Yeah.
After he blocked me, and then said, "See, he's not responding. See, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right, Detroit."
That happened. Like I told you, Al Nuke told me himself. He's working the whole art of war.
I'm right. I'm Al Nuke. I'm a gangster. I was in federal indictment. I've been in drug shootouts. Everybody knows.
Hey, look, side note, don't be beefing with a YouTuber, man. Especially once they got their own following. See, but that's what some people don't understand. Like, YouTube ain't like Instagram and Facebook or whatever. People have to genuinely fuck with your point of view to hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Motherfuckers ain't watching CNN while they at work. Motherfuckers ain't watching BET while they at work. People are tapped into their favorite podcast or their favorite YouTuber, or maybe like me, it's 13, 14 people I listen to while I'm at work. And boy, let Bomb First not have no new content. Let Art of Dialogue not have no new. Let Gangster Chronicles go too long, because that nigga still, them motherfuckers, they'll go a week or two without posting something. Let Doggy Diamonds not do a live. Let him. I'm gonna be in that nigga comments complaining. Like, what the fuck, bro? Because I'm entertained by them. I fuck with their points of views, and we just using me here as a fellow YouTuber. Some of them I don't even agree with, but I listen to them to hear an opposing point of view, because through our disagreement, I may learn something. So I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it.
Knows I'm a gangster. You ain't gonna find out one nigga in Detroit who would classify you as a gangster.
I gotta agree there. And this is why people fuck with me, which makes my job hard, because I'm gonna shoot it straight down the middle with no bias. Dogface over here upset. The same way Al Nuke, but I gotta give Dogface some credit, because Al Nuke went fucking nuclear. Nuclear. Bigger mess than the Jets. He went nuclear. Dogface ain't, he playing it like a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? It's all content. But it is kind of serious, because motherfuckers didn't exchange love letters at the OK Corral. And Al Nuke, I gotta tell it to you, because I may have to defend Al Nuke. So I'm gonna be honest about my possible client's charge. It's alleged, it's being alleged that Al Nucleus has went against a Michigander for a Georgian. That's a fat, dangerous possum, aka a rat with a bag. That's what I'm saying, man. I should have put my suit on, huh? See, in the law offices of Juan-o, shit get deep. Shit get deep. Not now. I haven't taken on the case of defending Al Nuclear. I just offered a different view of the man based on what I learned from speaking to him. That's it. And was there more to the conversation that he told me to record and put out? Yes. But just from being a defense attorney in these YouTube streets, I know not to put that out. I was trying to tell him, like, no, sir, we ain't doing that. Not like that. He like, no, nigga, record it. And like that. So I obliged him, and then I do got it, allegedly. But as I look through it, allegedly, I can't say it's worth putting out. I mean, it's worth putting out for my YouTube page. I get a shitload of views, but I'm not fucking up my reputation for no, you know, no couple of dollars. I'm not starving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not starving. I might have bit my nails a little bit, but I'm not hungry. It's because I'm up plotting and planning about how to get into the position I want to be in without being a whole ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? There comes a responsibility with having conversations and relationships with all of these different people without being a whole ass nigga. And that's important to me. You know what I'm saying? Very important to Juan-o.
Nigga, just because you have ever sold some drugs according to you, don't make you no gangster. Just because you done told it a pistol, that don't make you no gangster.
Facts.
What makes you a gangster is what you do with it, nigga. Nothing about you has ever, no motherfucker in Detroit who knows you.
All right, we ain't gonna go too long on that part. So look, what I want to tell you is, hold on, we gotta stop here. Dogface has made the biggest comeback, the hardest, fastest comeback in YouTube history. He had his page, he had his Instagram shut down, he had his YouTube shut down, he had everything taken away, canceled, right? And it went on for a day or two. Then he pop up on the second page he had with 20, I think it was 19 subscribers when I saw it. No new videos, but 19 subscribers. He just made a post on it. Before he dropped this first video, he was up to about 500 or 600 subscribers, right? Soon as the first video went live, he had already crossed 1,000 subscribers. By the time I woke up that next morning from the night that the video had went, it had down there 3,000 views, with most of them 3,000 people watching the whole 2 hours. He was already monetized before YouTube could count it. When he got kicked off of YouTube or Instagram or whatever, he went to Patreon. $7 a month is his cheapest membership. He already over 100 people. At the rate he going, he'd be at 1,000 people in a month or two, paying him at the cheapest $7, especially with this. See, I was trying to explain to everybody like the YouTube streets. But this shit real. And y'all have made him bigger than he probably could have imagined being. And I'm hoping y'all leave his page. I'm hoping Al Nucleus leave his pages alone, because if you keep fucking with him, he's gonna be so big he dwarfs the rest of us. He's already kind of bigger than the rest of us, but if they keep hating on him, he's gonna be bigger than the rest of the Detroit YouTubers all put together. And then what? And this is why men shouldn't have feelings. A man should never be in his body so much that he forgets the landscape of what it is, how the landscape will be affected by what it is he's about to do. That's the best I've been able to explain that. My baby mamas always want to know why a man ain't supposed to have
it's dog face. Like I give a fuck. I don't give a fuck with your flawed bitch ass post. Look at it. My nigga sent me this right here. You tagging niggas in it, tell niggas report my page. Gang, that's some gangster shit. It was 12 o'clock. We got to the studio down there in Covington, nigga. We had a studio session from 12 midnight to 3 in the morning. What it's always gonna be about, because that's the kind of nigga he is.
Oh, let me see this shit, man.
That's the kind of nigga he is. It's all about the front for that nigga. Right? So I want to make sure y'all paying attention to this shit too, right here, right? So I want to make sure that we're on the same page. I want you to listen to this shit and tell me if this is real nigga shit.
Chin chin. The play has been set. The money is.
Hold on. We can make sure we don't hear.
Anything happened on my chinny chin chin.
Anything happened on my chinny chin chin. If anything happens to me, the play has already been set.
Play has been set. The money is on the floor.
The money is on the floor. Not only is this nigga, because niggas already understand with no uncertain terms that he's talking about me doing something to him. And if something happens to me, the player's already set, the money on the floor, my daughter, and another person, my daughter, Jasne, she got the money. Y'all burn the city down. Y'all get him again.
And we bagging up off this. Like, and this is where me and Al Nuke had a problem at. It's like, bro, that ain't the thing to do. That's not how we move. Like, and this is funny because this is funny because how can I say this? This is a funny one because what I said and how I said it. I told him, like, I'm more likely to unalive somebody than I am to snitch on them or put them in a funny situation or tell somebody where their family at or any of that. And Nuke was like, nigga, you would throw it all away. And it's like, it's not just that I would throw it all away. It's I'm going to be selective about what I do and who I do it to or how I do it or how I allow things to affect me because I know I'll risk throwing it away. I'm not going to hesitate. But what I ain't going to do is violate my own moral compass and standard. Then not to mention, I'm a nerd with a clean record. And most of these motherfuckers are felons. You know, I got white man credentials in my fucking wallet. Ooh, you see the smile on that nigga. White man credentials. White. How I get to say that? I can't say it like the motherfuckers. I'm such a nigga, I can't say it right. But you know it, YT, like they do on Facebook. White man credentials, nigga. Don't fuck around with the dog. But I got love for everybody. I ain't trying to even have these type of, you know, occurrences, situations, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Let's check this out, though.
Nobody knows what to do. Nobody's saying nothing. I know I did the first interview on News Nation, and now I see a whole lot of interviews coming after. Are you guys waiting for somebody to, like, be the front runner to speak out and to say what they feel? Because I'm not scared. Are there really tapes? Are a lot of people being implemented into this crazy criminal investigation that's going on right now? How many people are in it? How many celebrities are involved in what they're saying? Or it was important for me to come online, to do interviews where it not just shows you that I'm here to help and I'm here to be a voice of reason to try to find a solution for the future young entrepreneurs. It's also saying, listen, Diddy was my friend, not was.
Is.
What do you do?
Is.
What do you do when you've never been in the room?
Dog. Ray J is one of the funniest motherfuckers alive, bro. Look at his face. How is he keeping that straight face? Honestly, I don't know what to say about Ray J. The jury is still out on him. He's for sure Hollywood's little brother. He's one nigga that they can never get rid of. That's a fitting into that. But Ray J got to be doing some cocaine now. Just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I bump a little. Maybe he bumping a little like Master P brother in Body movie. Y'all ever seen that? Y'all ain't seen that movie. Y'all don't know shit about shit. But the straight face on this guy is fucking hilarious, man.
What do you do when you've never seen all this shit that people are talking about?
I don't know.
Do you believe it? Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So should I fall back and wait? Should I be a voice of reason now? Should we create roadmaps so new young entrepreneurs don't go through things like this because you might catch it before it happens? Are there enough mentorship programs for people to follow? Are there other leaders who have an outstanding track record who can help create a new blueprint? So when some of these young entrepreneurs and people who are making money, who have influence, are falling by the wayside and have not jumped over the edge yet, can you save them? Can you save us? Can you save people who are making a lot of money, who have power, who have not been raised under a certain household that shows them how to respect and love and have moral integrity? Is Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip hop? This is what represents hip hop in its entirety. That's not true. So
I hope not. But as we've been scratching the surfaces of hip hop, which might get distracted, because look, that's why I'm making this show. That's why you're gonna get Juan-o's World Live every night. I can give it to you, but I got a day job, I got kids, I got haters that I done had kids with. You never know what I may be able to accomplish in the day. I'm also a son husband. You say, what's that? I mean, my mama ain't married, ain't getting married, can't depend on her other kids for certain things. And I'm the man in her life. And she don't listen to me, but she my mama. And her not listening puts her in situations. And you know what I'm gonna do? They give me an excuse to put on my suit and clown. Nigga, make that nigga tell your kids. Make that nigga call your kids his. Make that fool get out there and work. Make that nigga buy you a dooney and burger. It's all tired of that, son. Take care of me. You came out this coochie, come save me. Mama's out there, be on the lookout for Captain Save a Mom, because he's saving MILFs. You know, my mama still look good. I know some of y'all got ugly ass mamas and shit. It's all right. You know, I won't joke on your mama. But this nigga Ray J is food.
So what do we do now? If you look on my Instagram, if you look on all of my social media platforms, I created a roadmap that I felt could help. And I've implemented a lot of things that we can do as a society in unity to try to stop this from happening for our future industry. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood.
No. Hey, this shit ain't funny. And I don't know what Ray J on or what he was trying to do when he did this, but when I saw it, I could not stop laughing. I did not know what to say. I did not one bit.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? That was funny, fam. Now,
no, it ain't funny. Because I like dark-skinned women. I also like to get a chubby in my bed every now and again. I also got silk sheets and pillowcases. And sometimes I like to bust the baby oil out when I got a nice dark skin with pretty toes and baby oil her back and her booty up and her legs up. You know what I'm saying? Get the top of her feet so it be shining in the moonlight on my penthouse apartment. Oh, yeah. And now you telling me, now I ain't got 1,000 cases of baby oil, but I got a lot of that shit in the house. Because I like to see, I love all shades of woman. I do. But when I get one as dark as me or darker than me, nigga, the baby oil is coming out. I don't give a fuck if it is illegal. You're not about to, that's what I'm saying. Lock me up. Throw away the key. I ain't participating with shit else that nigga said. But I'm not about to stop baby oiling up dark-skinned black women. I'm not about to stop that shit. Boy, I ain't about to stop it. Now look here, they got these migrants, right? Now some of these Venezuelans, they're a little bit darker than the paper bag. And some of these Indians, you know what I'm saying? Some of these Indians darker than me. The baby oil looks good on them too, bro. I'm just sharing. You know what?
What? I don't use baby oil. Lube sometimes in sex makes it better. Should I come out with Ray Y jelly and do some kind of like skit and say, KY just gave me a deal. Ray Y jelly, I got 1,000 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ray Y. That funny to you?
A little bit.
Not to me.
A little bit.
Because there's a victim out there that has been caught up in something that has affected their lives. And if it has something to do with that, or it has something to do with any other products or any other thing you're hearing about, it's distasteful. What do? Who do we talk to? God bless you. I'm exhausted with negativity. I'm exhausted with the people in this industry that have power who are abusing the power. I can say a lot of names. I won't today, but I will soon. Just stay tuned. Everybody eventually will get the reality check that they are looking for.
Dog, I don't know what the fuck he just said. It was a whole lot of Kamala Harris on that one, but it was extremely hilarious. I found that very extremely entertaining, and like what it boiled down to, like it's obviously a lot of hello. Hello? Quit playing with me. This ain't no real voicemail. Oh, I guess that was a real voicemail. Anyways, I don't know why Ray J did that, but it was hilarious. But while I was looking at that, it made me think about something else that Ray J ass was a part of. And Ray J is a good guy to give opinions. I think he is like Hollywood's dude, or the liaison between a couple of different things that don't make sense to the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit that don't make sense to the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? And check this out, because this ain't make sense to me when I first heard it either. But you already know what this is, do you?
Nigga, I'ma smack the shit out that bitch ass.
Now, we're going to try to get Fab on the line and squash it.
Nigga, get Fab on the line right now. I'll smack the shit out that nigga.
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone that like niggas, and they gonna wake that nigga. Bend that nigga over and stick it in that nigga boot.
All right.
Oh my
Ray,
God. Oh my God.
All right.
I don't give a fuck.
We gonna squash this out, Ray. Appreciate you calling
I
in.
don't give a fuck.
We gonna call.
Now that made me wonder. That made Juan-o wonder. It made me wonder because you talking about people's manhood been taken, and a lot of asses have been tampered with. That's what Ray J said itself, ain't it? And you motherfucking tampering with assholes. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say at all. But dig this. I know what we got to do, though. Man, you got to put some Kamala Harris on shit, man. Ain't nothing like a little Kamala Harris. When you know, you got to put some Kamala Harris on shit, dog. Oh shit. You got to put some Kamala Harris on it. We must be unburdened by what has been. Y'all want to hear that shit again? We must be unburdened by what has been. Now, that's one thing I get Kamala Harris on. Boy, she is the great evader. She's like masterful with it. But what everybody don't realize is all of these practices and policies have been the demise of men all over. You know, the Democratic Party, you know what? That's a whole nother video we'll get into later. We'll get into it later because I don't want to be arguing with my folks. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not going to hate you. I don't give a fuck. I just want you to know I'm exercising something totally different, not just when voting, but in life in general, because I have recognized that people like you exist.
Going through the sins of Adam not being a provider and a teacher, because a provider isn't just financial.
Look, I'm just going to say this before we get to rolling this video right here, homie. This is why other races and cultures don't allow their women to listen or communicate with other people. It ain't so much about thinking that somebody may be able to get off inside her, but somebody being able to pander to her and get off inside her brain and cause dissension in your family. That's real fucked up. But you see my dog Anton down at the bottom, he ready for action. Welcome to Detroit City. Oh my. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Biden is emotionally, mentally, spiritually, intellectually. This is what a provider is. And when a man's unable to do that, we see what's going on. Young girls not knowing how to choose a man and men speaking down to women. This is what's going on. This is the sin of Adam, not the sin of Eve. But you men believe that.
You know, Adam was punished not for eating the fruit, but to hearkening unto the voice of the woman. That's why he don't understand. See, he'll move the goalposts and start talking about drill music and all of this other nonsense. That's not true. Let me tell you something. God punished her. He punished her first. He punished the woman. He didn't punish the man because of the woman. He punished the man for hearkening unto the voice of the woman. And that's the context. How can you sit there and say, because she wasn't provided for and protected, when at that time, before sin was committed, God was the provider and the protector? So did she sin against her husband or did she sin against God?
Are you asking a question?
Yes, that's a question.
She sins against both.
Did she sin against her husband or did she sin against God?
Both.
Well, that would make you a hypocrite. That would make you contradictory because I'm gonna explain to you how.
Please.
Because you said that she wasn't provided and protected for. God had gave them everything that they could ever need. Their responsibility was to make sure that they listened to God and did what he's supposed to do. They only had one rule.
That's beautiful.
There was only one rule, not to eat from that fruit. That's it.
That wasn't it.
That was the rule.
No, it wasn't.
That was the rule.
No, it wasn't.
And they sinned against God. They were punished as a result of it. So for you to say that she wasn't protected and provided for is a lie, because then that would mean that you convicting God.
Hold on, wait 1 second. I want to reset the room, by the way, because I know people just coming in.
I love it.
We got Anton and Yada in the building right now, and this all.
I don't know why Anton sat down with this charlatan. I don't know why. And then I don't know Anton personally, but I know Anton. Anton don't like to see black people taken advantage of, because he even though he don't agree with the choices they made based on their trauma, he don't like to see black people taken advantage of. And for him to be face to face with a charlatan, I know. Anton don't claim a hood, but he's still from 8 Mile. He grew up right in the middle of Sconeyville. You can't tell me he don't want to punch this nigga in the face. I know you ain't from Detroit. I know he want to punch this nigga in the face. And Anton's a good dude. So whenever you make a good dude want to punch you in the face, that means he really want to punch you in the face. And this little slick ass, snake ass, motherfucking two-tongue having ass nigga know it. Look, he's selling shit on the show. Hawking shit on the show. Anton got shit to sell, but he ain't selling it on the show. That's another thing about a Detroiter. You ever hear Juan-o say, like, share, subscribe to his channel?
Is inspired. This is the context behind the original question here of should men pay 100% of the bills.
I love it.
If you missed it already, you're going to have to go back to the beginning to get some further context. But the story of genocide.
I'm about to lay this out for you. Should men pay 100% of the bills? It depends on your situation. Now, dig here. If a woman is partnered up with me, we're living together, we're working together, and she say, look, I'm going to take care of everything inside, then that means I'm going to take care of everything outside. It's all about what that woman is willing to give, what she's willing to accept. See, some women want the illusion of control, so they feel like they got to put 50-50 in. And that's where that shit came from. You ain't got to do none of that shit, bitch. Take care of me. Take care of my kids. I'm going to produce more money. If you pouring into me and my kids, more money is going to be produced between us as a family. A family is a business, and business is family. And that's how I want to look at it. You understand? I will get into the geographics of how my shit is set up and how it could be better. But I'm not in this video. But family is business. And if you partnered up with a bitch that don't understand that, can't respect that, you in trouble. That's just pretty much to get down on the get low. You in motherfucking trouble if you partnered up with a chick that roll like that, bro. And let's see what else Time Dog got to say.
This was brought up here as a way for us to go to be honest, I damn forgot why the hell we went here.
Well, it's about responsibility. That's what it's about.
It was
That's the conversation.
Responsibility. But see, I think this is really important because what we're trying to really nail down at this point is the concept of true providership.
Right.
And what does providership properly look like? Because I think 100% of the bills is really when we is
that's where this shit. What up, though, baby? We good? Yeah, check my text messages. I'm on my YouTube. Check my text messages before I come cut you out in person, and then text me back. I'm about to finish this video and get back with you. You need some domestic violence. Do you, goddamn it, do you need some domestic violence? I'll text you back. Like, don't be getting mad at me because you ghost texting me. Shut up. Anyway,
related to the conversation of men being providers and
the thing about being a provider, if you're not doing your part, you can't be provided for. It don't matter how much money and security I have. If you don't listen, then you outside of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He can't protect you if she don't respect you. That's just pretty much what it is, in short. And women will find any reason to be disrespectful to you. Black women, especially, will find any reason to not respect you for that day. And they have been taught and trained that way from slavery. Any emote or feeling for that moment is worthy of disrespect. That's why so many single families in the Black community, because at some point, how the mother feels was more important than them being a family. I tell you like this, personal story. I had a whole lot of better women, more supportive women come into my life than the mothers of my kids at that time, right? Some even want more money. I turned down love several times to be there with my kid's mother. They ain't never turned down somebody they like to stay a family. They ain't never turned down an offer. They ain't never turned down. Now everybody ain't just go fucking somebody. Some people, well, more often than not, it was more superficial. My cousin said this. My friend said that. And now you feel away, so you don't want your child's father in the house. The same one that helped you get this house or bought this house. The same one that reach in his pocket for whatever you talking about. And that's why that's more of a reason why kids don't have fathers than anything.
What does it look like for men to properly provide?
And essentially, when does a man qualify for a relationship?
And see, that's a really great question, because my man Yada said a man is always providing 100%, whereas Anton here says it depends on the relationship itself.
It depends on the circumstances. It depends on a lot of things. It's not just a relationship.
Okay. Hold tight. So before you get into that question, I want to read some of these super chats. We told the initiates that we was gonna read the super chat. Shout out to Raphael Williams, says Yada on that grift. He even brought his Goof Troop female posse to back him up. Y'all are trolls. Shout out to Kimberly Moore, says read 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 13 through 14. And shout out to Joanne. She says, Yada, I want to ask you how to get any woman respect and submission.
Hold off on
and I gotta change these up, guys. Listen, y'all gotta spell check these super chats, because y'all gonna have me up here sounding crazy. And continue to make sure to send those. And I'm gonna drop a poll right here, because the conversation is, should men pay 100% of the bills? So I'm getting ready to drop that poll to see what the initiates think. And I think Tyshawn, you wanted to follow up with a question real fast.
Absolutely. I think, Yada, we talked about this yesterday.
Over 4,000 people in the chat.
I think it's really important for us to give context to the brother who is on the come up, because I know a lot myself of brothers at different levels. I have a vast friend group here in Atlanta of brothers from a financial perspective, they've already made it, and other brothers who are absolutely ambitious. They're in mastermind.
Man, Time Dog, why are you on their channel? My bad, y'all. Gotta handle my cards. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I would have pulled up with this dude. No, I'm lying. Juan-o gonna always pull up. Juan-o gonna always pull up. I don't know why Anton, like, this nigga is the entity. That's the whole thing. I don't know what terminology I want to use with this, but what I will say is Anton is 100% for real about what he does and what he believes, and he has risked everything he's built over the past 20 years sharing his beliefs, because he could play the game like this dude and be richer than him. And I don't know what him and his wife go through. Look at Anton's face. This motherfucking shirt wrinkled around the arms. He's upset. And the nigga tried to call him Dusty. Anton the one that be calling people Dusty. And I just want you to know, Anton really stunting on him. I know, you know, Detroit with the Cardis and this, that, or whatever. But Anton got on the Supreme Axel Foley's. It don't get more Detroit than those glasses he got on. Technically. Side note, don't fuck with Anton, because I'm gonna come shoot at you. That's what it is. I said it. Now I got two biases. Street lords, Anton Dane.
They're investing in themselves, but they have not really quite arrived at that place where they feel in this economy that they can really provide for the family at the level that they want, at the vision that they want.
Fact.
But they also may still have a lady that they love or that they're building with. Is it a good idea? Because I really want to give the men some game here. Should men take on a woman that they feel like they love and is an asset before he is capable and ready to 100% provide?
What do you mean by, let me ask just a little bit more concept.
Time out. We're going to go in this video here. Look here. Let's say you fall in love and you ain't where you want to be in life. And the woman you with ain't trying to push you there. Or the woman you fell in love with ain't trying to push you there. She ain't trying to save money for you to get there. She ain't trying to connect you to get there. Then she either ain't the one or you maybe need to meet her later. But become the person that you want to. Depending if you under 25 and you in love with a lady that see you as being more than who you are, then by all means marry her and y'all walk through it. But remember, if you get married young, you got to keep an open line of communication with her, whereas then you never feel away. That way, when her female brain gets to explore and want to experience other things, you're there to, you have that openness. Because when you got with her, she might not have wanted a thumb in her ass, but now she want to try it. And she need to be able to tell you that so you don't lose your bitch. You understand? Let's say you had her coming first, and now she realized that ain't an orgasm. You need her to be able to come to you and discuss that with you so you can keep your bitch. But if you got them things going on, I say fuck it, get married at a young age. If you talking about over 25 and motherfuckers done had abortions and other dicks inside of them and all of that shit, then it starts to get tricky. But we'll discuss that in another video. Yo, I'm about to go and cut this short. Anton gonna cook this nigga. Ladies, quit listening to these pandering ass motherfuckers like my man with this Omega watch on. Stop it. I know it sound good, but niggas like that is the niggas you've been going for your whole life, and that's why you got the same problems at 40 that you had at 16. That's why you on your second or third man you feel like you gave it all, you feel like you gave your all to, that ain't with you right now. Because you willing to give peace to a loser and drama to the nigga that love you back. And that's pretty much that is that. On that note, thanks for tapping in with Juan-o's World. Our time is out. If you got something to ask me, say to me, put that shit in the comments. To the city. First of all, Al Nuke, leave Dogface alone because you are creating something so huge, none of us are going to be able to fuck with. Ray J, you a funny ass nigga. Anton, keep doing what you doing. And I know you engage in hostile territory, but you know you can't take it. You know you can't take sitting across from one of these type of niggas. I see it all in your face, especially after that nigga tried to call you Dusty. If your wife wasn't in that room, you probably would have put hands on that boy, wouldn't you? You could tell Juan-o. You can inbox me, tell me. I think you would have put hands on this dude. Especially when he was interrupting you. I think he know you would have put hands on him. Really? I think everybody in the room knew you felt like putting hands on this nigga. And you gave him credit. You probably richer than this dude. Why you ain't breaking down? His money probably come from pandering to women. That's why, I call one of my baby mamas listening to one of these charlatans, giving him views and shit. Like, we'll talk about that later. Hey, we out.